For more than 70 years, Heart and Stroke has led the fight to beat heart disease and stroke by raising funds to support groundbreaking, life-saving research. Hundreds of thousands of Canadians have benefited from this work, but most will never know the name of the researchers behind the advancement that has saved their lives up until now.
Well, thanks to a new Heart and Stroke campaign that celebrates those unsung heroes, researchers are finally being recognized for their profound impact on people's lives. Take a look.
Hi, Dr. West.
Yes.
I'm Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
I'll be interviewing you today.
Excellent. Find a donor for a baby.
Actually, Dr. West, your work saved my daughter's life 8 years ago.
What?
Natalie.
I'm so happy to meet you.
And now she's going to school, she's going to dance class. We get to watch her grow up.
Thank you for giving people like us a second chance at life.
Oh, this is really just...
Why am I already crying?
I know.
Joining us now are some familiar faces from that campaign. Please welcome pediatric cardiologist and heart transplant researcher Dr. Lori West, heart transplant recipient Natalie Gillies, and her mother, Michelle. Welcome, all of you.
Good to have you guys here. That was a beautiful moment.
Oh my God, I didn't know that I would need Kleenex. Dr. West, thanks to Heart and Stroke funding, you made a discovery 30 years ago that literally changed people's lives. You showed that babies do not need to have the same blood type as an organ donor to successfully receive a heart transplant. How did you make that discovery?
Well, we began to understand from the purposes of transplantation the differences in ABO blood groups and their relevance to transplantation from the point of view of babies. And that hadn't been done before. And it's all about the antibodies that we all make against different blood groups. In an adult, if you did that, you would have catastrophic consequences right in the operating room. But babies don't make those antibodies. And that's what the discovery was all about, was that gives us a window of time where we can find donor hearts, we can expand the donor pool for babies who are the most compelling because they're little and it's harder to find organs for them.
Interesting.
Anyway.
That's fascinating. And I understand that, Dr. West, you explained your theory and the science behind it to a family whose son needed a heart transplant after birth. And they agreed to participate in the first ever heart transplant ever from a donor with a different blood type. Wow. Thankfully, your hypothesis was correct, and the baby boy is now a man, which is fantastic. Did you ever have a sense at any time just how many lives you would have saved with this research?
In the beginning, I knew that the science was sound and we anticipated that this would have a big impact on our own patients, and it did. I mean, very quickly, the number of children who very sadly died waiting for a heart plummeted. But what I don't think any of us realized was the global impact that it would have, because it's now done, this protocol is now routinely done around the world, and so it's changed pediatric heart transplantation for many others as well.
Wow.
That's right, that's great. Speaking of, your daughter, Natalie, is a heart and stroke recipient. So what impact has a heart and stroke and Dr. West had on your life?
So Natalie was born with hypoplastic left heart syndrome. Okay. So she was getting too much blood to her lungs and not enough to her body, so she was blue. She was a really blue baby. So she went into cardiac arrest at 2 days old, and it damaged the heart, so our only option was a heart transplant. And there's not many viable hearts, but Dr. West's discovery made more hearts available, and it gave us so much hope.
And you know, with an expanded donor pool, even with that, it still took 5 months to find a donor and to find a match. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so it was touch and go. She was on life support for 7 days, and then her chest was open for 14 days. We couldn't even hold her because her chest was open.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was life and death. If she didn't have her heart transplant, she wouldn't be with us today.
Unbelievable. Natalie, how is your heart today?
Good. It helps me playing it. I still go for a lot of checkups, but I feel fine and I'm grateful.
Oh, good stuff.
So happy. Okay, maybe it's just mom hormones because I'm just getting really choked up by all of this. Anyway, Dr. West, thanks to the Heart and Stroke, Natalie, Michelle, and so many other people in their position have been impacted by your work. And they showed up in that cafe to say thank you to you for all of your work. Obviously, it was a surprise, but when you realized what was happening, how did that make you feel?
Well, it was an overwhelming surprise, and I'm hard to surprise. So I didn't expect it at all, but it was deeply moving. Never before in my career has there been an opportunity to see people whose young lives, families whose children are there because of research that happened in this process that evolves in this long, tedious process of research. And it was really moving, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful. And I know, Natalie, you were able to participate in that big surprise for Dr. West, but is there anything else that you would like to say to her?
Yeah, so Dr. West is like a celebrity to me. So I wasn't able to say my thank you because I had words that they told me to say, so here it is. Thank you for giving Natalie a second chance at life. Because of your groundbreaking work, she's here with us today. Your legacy lives on in every heartbeat she takes, and we are forever grateful.
Nice of you.
All right, that was wonderful. And Dr. West, I know you continue to make research discoveries thanks to Heart and Stroke funding, and I understand that you recently made another very important one. What is it?
Well, we've created a new test to measure these antibodies that I talked about. A brand new test. The one that's currently used now is more than a century old.
Oh.
And so we have embarked on creating a new test that will allow us to expand this kind of transplant, ABO blood group mismatched transplants, beyond infancy and to other organs as well, such as kidneys and lungs and so on. So we're very excited about bringing that new tool out there to help more patients.
Yeah, that's exciting news.
Phenomenal.
Thanks to the Heart and Stroke Foundation funding for ongoing research.
Absolutely. Dr. West, thank you so much for the absolutely incredible work that you do, and it's happening right here in Canada. So thank you very, very much for your work. And all the researchers on this.
Yeah.
Natalie, thank you for joining us. We're so happy you're here. And Mom Michelle, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much. We want to remind you, you can help support this kind of life-saving research to beat heart disease and stroke by donating at heartandstroke.ca. That's heartandstroke.ca.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.